What's up, light bearers? Welcome to Light Tap. My name is Melissa.
And I'm Emily.
Y hoy estamos en un nuevo mes, Emily.
We sure are.
Y vamos a estar hablando hoy de...
The good old days.
The good old days. Honestly, hoy va a ser un podcast episode donde vamos a hablar de throwbacks.
Major throwbacks.
Especially our favorite moments
Yes.
of our Christian history.
Yeah. Throughout our Christian walk.
Journey, whatever. So vamos a hablar de cosas de iglesia. Vamos a hablar de just like in general cosas.
Experiences, things we've done and seen.
Oh my God, yes. I love this episode. I'm actually super excited. Desde que lo estábamos planeando, I was like, I love this episode because I want to talk about a lot of things that
it's going to be a fun one for sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. De todas las memorias que traemos el día de hoy, dejamos our favorite para first one, or should we leave that for last?
Our number one favorite?
Our number one favorite.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I think we should start it with. Let's start it with. Yeah, okay. We'll start it with a bang.
Okay.
¿Tú estás lista?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, dale.
Okay, so my favorite memory, like I was really young, but I still remember it because we did it a lot, was when the church would play music, like música de júbilo, like we're gonna scream, dance, like be super joyous. Mm-hmm. And literally I remember that I had a little group of friends where we would all run up to the pulpit and we would start dancing. This was before I was like part of the dance team or anything. Yeah. I couldn't have been more than like 7 or 8 or like all the way up to maybe like 11 or 12, right? That we did this. And I remember I would go with my friends, and it was a point in my life where like the church was unanimously like joyous. Like it wasn't just the kids. It was everybody.
Like we were all trying to party.
Exactly. So some of us, I remember I was one of them, we would go up to our favorite person or just a mother, like aunt's best friend, and we would pull them up. And little by little,
so
it was so contagious.
I mean, it was fun on your end. It was annoying on this end.
But there was a couple times where it was so contagious, like the atmosphere, like you could feel the Holy Spirit moving through everyone, that we had the whole church come up literally to the pulpit, and we would all start dancing. And then I remember this vividly. There was one time that we did that, and the atmosphere was so powerful, and it was so infectious that I remember we all started dancing. Not only were we dancing in the pulpit, we started dancing and running around the whole church, around the whole, like all the chairs. And we did that. And I remember it was one of the latest times we ever left home, but we did that throughout the whole thing. Service started really late. We left really late. Like
it was a normal thing.
Yeah, that was like a normal thing. But I remember we did that a couple times, but the first time really left a big impact on me. And I remember I was like, this is great. I want more of this. That was my favorite memory. Yeah.
My favorite and
I will say that was the moment where I realized like music had a really big impact on me.
Music. Oh yeah.
Yes,
for sure.
Okay, your favorite.
My favorite, and I think that this is forever and ever and ever. It's gonna be the day that I encounter Jesus for the very first time. Cuando yo supe, like, he's real.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay. I think I said this before. I don't know, actually, if I said it on here.
I think you have, but you've never really delved into it.
Uh-huh. So, fuimos a un retiro. Nosotros íbamos a una iglesia, bueno, yo iba a una iglesia íbamos, porque la iglesia era, we went together. La iglesia era Pentecostés.
Yes.
So fuimos a un retiro de jóvenes, right? Mm-hmm. Fuimos a Palacios, Texas.
I remember when you went. Yes.
You weren't there with us, porque yo era nueva.
I remember when you went. Yes.
Pero, I mean, we all went there.
Yeah.
Era retiro de niños, retiro de mujeres, retiro de jóvenes. We all went to Palacios, Texas. If you are in a church aquí in Houston, Texas, did you go to Palacios, Texas? Leave that in
It
the
was either
comments.
Palacios or it was Trinity. Either one. But
Yeah,
most of the
but
time for us, it was
Palacios.
Palacios. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to this encuentro, and I remember that I had a sidekick. If you know, you know. And so music has always been. I've talked about it here. Music has always been a big thing for me. It's like whatever feeling I'm feeling, that's the kind of music that I want to listen to. And so I had like so much music on my sidekick, and so I literally treated it like it was everything to me, because again, depending on what mood, es lo que yo ponía de música. So I remember before giving a little pre-thing to this main thing, so they would pray for Oscar, and I'll be like, hello God, do you see me? Because people are not praying for me. Do you see me? Like, why do you have palabra para Oscar pero no palabra para mí? Is it that you don't see me? Like, you must not be real. This must be fake. How selfish is myself? Like, I'm talking about it now. Pero, okay. Pero eso era como, en esa mentalidad yo iba.
Yeah.
Entonces yo dije, okay, bueno, todo mundo aclama que estos retiros son like the best thing in the world, life-changing. You'll be different forever. Yeah. I was like, well, let's see. And so I really was like, God, this was me in my own little prayer. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't talk to anybody about this, but I was like, not even Oscar. I was like, God, if you are real, en este encuentro, you need to come through. If I leave this place and I did not have any type of encounter with you, like you didn't show out for me, I'm out.
Eesh.
And so I remember, son 3 días. Okay, so first day, everybody's like there, like everybody gets in their rooms, everybody's like in the main hall, we're worshiping, blah blah blah. Nada pasa. Okay. Second day, we have games, we have food, we have like entre medio hay clases, entre medio hay worship sessions, people are like falling out, people Pentecostal church, if you know, you know.
Like that's just how we roll.
That's how it is. And people are getting word, whatever, nothing. And I'm like, God,
I'm still here.
I told you, queda un día. And so I remember that last day, y ya era como que pasó toda la mañana, because we would leave kind of like midday. So pasaba toda la mañana y nada. And it was like, okay, we're going to do like this one last like worship moment. And then after this, everybody should have already packed their bags and then we're going to go home. And so me acuerdo que I was like, all right, God, this is the last one.
After this, there's no more.
Ya. Entonces me acuerdo que I was, imagínate tú también yo. Like, I wanted God to talk to me, but I was like, hasta atrás. O sea, literally at the wall. I'm not kidding.
I think I've seen a picture of that. Yeah.
I was literally at the wall. So I'm there and I'm praying and I'm like, come on, God, like talk to me. And so I feel this like, so this preacher está ahí orando, whatever. And he's like, I couldn't hear him, pero I felt a tap like, and I just thought like somebody needed to like, necesitaba permiso, no sé. And so I'm like, I open up my eyes and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, enfrente.
They're calling
and
you.
I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, I'm like, what? And so then they like kind of help me come up because I'm kind of like stuck. And so I get to the front, I remember, and then the preacher guy is like, you have made a specific prayer. And I was like, okay. And so he's like, yeah, you told God that you didn't want to leave this place if you didn't have an encounter with him. He heard that. He has let you believe that he ain't coming through. And so in that moment, instantly, I was like, ain't no way. Like, I ain't saw nobody in this place. Nobody snitched. That was a specific prayer that I made. And I remember, like, then he went on and being like, talking about like my past, and he was like, you know, you thought that you were alone for a long time. You thought that God didn't love you, didn't see you, whatever, but God was there protecting you when this happened, when they were gonna kill you, when you were whatever you were gonna do it to yourself, and blah blah blah. He went into specific things that
you're like, how you know
nobody knew, not even Oscar, because I had been dating Oscar maybe like a year at that point, and he didn't know a lot of the things, and so I didn't have any like high school, middle school friends there, so I was like, no, this is God for real. Like,
you're like, this is legit.
The details that this man knows, God told you. Ain't no doubt. And so from that moment, I was like, all right, yeah, there's no going back.
There's no denying.
There's never, no me importa si yo no me pueda defender con todas las palabras, con todas las evidencias, con todo scientifically reports y no sé qué vaina. No me importa. Nadie me va a quitar en mi heart de que God exists. And like, I had a true encounter with him in that moment. Like, there's nothing. Like, the conviction that I have and that I had in that moment was unreal. So yeah, the first thing that I did when we went back supposedly para agarrar nuestras maletas is I went to my Isaac and I deleted all my Isaac. What? My sidekick. And I deleted all of my music. Because I was like, that's it. Ya, like, no hay vuelta atrás. Like, from this moment, like from this moment
on.
Help me. Help me. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back. And since then, I've had my moments.
I think we all
had my slip-ups. I had my I'm out moments, but I'm always coming back because of that moment. Because I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to live out here like I don't know who God is.
Especially you already had your experience.
Exactly.
God has already showed up for you.
Ain't no way. So I'm like, no. Aquí estoy de regreso.
I'm back.
Yeah, so that is like the top. Que yo creo que aunque pase años y años y años y años y años, I'm never gonna forget that moment. My favorite. What's another one of yours?
So, okay. This is a funny one. Not similar to yours, but similar in the fact that, like, it was like when I accepted Jesus, right?
Okay.
So I grew up my whole life like, I'm a Christian, like,
automatically
I believe,
from the womb.
Automatically, like, I'm in this exclusive club because I was born into the church.
Hey.
And that's what I believed, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, nobody's going to explain to you when you're like 3, 4, 5 years old, like, no, you got to accept. Like, nobody's going to tell you that.
They don't want to break your heart.
This is what you need to believe in. Like, this is what the Bible talks about. These are the historietas. Like, these are the things that you got to learn. That's what I spent my whole life learning when I was really young. And when I say I was like born out of the womb Christian, I was born out of the womb Christian. I wholeheartedly
probably you were Christian in the womb.
my mom was over here giving like Sunday school classes, and she's like over here like rubbing, and then she gives birth, and then she's over here rocking me with her foot as she's giving class. So I was in it, right? I wasn't jumped in, but I was in it.
Wow.
Okay, but I remember early on, my mom told me once she felt that I had conocimiento between good and bad, right? She was like, she sat me down and she was just like, like, I'm glad you're learning, and I'm glad like you are present and you interact during class, but I also need you to start going to these classes. And I was like, what classes? What are these? What are you talking about? And she was just like, these are classes where you learn about who you are, what it means to be a Christian. I don't remember what the classes were called, but I remember I was like, okay, like, I'm not a joven yet. Like, I'm not there yet. I'm barely entering into my tweens. But I was just like, they can't be those classes. She's like, no. These are specific classes that the pastor is going to give you so you can learn, and you have to convict yourself. I don't remember.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so
I had questions. Pastora had so much patience with me. Pastora, si usted está mirando, I love you forever, girl.
She was really patient, and she answered all your questions.
All my questions.
All the questions.
Especially
she had all the answers.
The sex class? Boy.
But yeah, so in this class, I learned, first of all, you ain't a Christian. You can believe, but you ain't a Christian. And I was like, what you talking about? I've been doing this for how long? And you're telling me my whole life has been a lie? And they're like, no, you're just, you can call yourself a Christian,
but you ain't
a believer. And I was just like, I believe. And they're like, okay, good. Now this is what it means. And this is the cost of believing. And I was like,
so like the real deal. Like here are the terms and agreement of this contract, basically.
Exactly. And I was just like, oh, because everybody knew, right? At this point, everybody had known, God's ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah.
And
like
the cross.
you
knew the story, but you didn't know how that apply to your life. So when I learned, okay, not only do I have to accept that sacrifice and be like, okay, I accept the sacrifice so I can be free of my sins, right? Not only that, I also have to accept that this man came down from heaven and gave his life for me. Okay, now this is a whole different ballgame, right? So I remember a little similar to yours, right? Because I had gone through the motions and I had learned and I considered myself very knowledgeable, right? Till reality hit. But up until then, but up until then, I was really confident in what I believed in. And I think I've talked to you about this, that part of me, when I had my eyes open into what it meant to be a Christian, I was a little jealous of people like you. Because I was like, you got the experience, you got the opportunity to come into church.
Yes, like heart, like broken, like messed up,
everything. Like you have your eyes like fully open. My eyes were open, but I didn't have understanding yet because
of what
I grew
anything outside of that looked like. Yes,
exactly. So I was like, I would hear all these people. I had friends that I had bought from high school that they weren't Christian, and they came and they gave their lives, and they were like, it's a beautiful experience. And I'm just like, well, I've been in this for how long, and I haven't had a beautiful experience.
This is like another Sunday.
It's another Sunday to me. Like it's part of my routine now. So I was like, I would see all these new people, and they're like, it's life-changing. Like there's no going back for me. Like I clearly have like unwavering doubt because of this one experience that I had. And I was just like, well, I've been in it for how long? And I don't know about this like experience. Like how do you know? How do you even get there, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I went through those classes, and I accepted, and they did this thing with us where it's like, it isn't accepting the one time. It's like you have to constantly affirm your belief. Yeah. And I was just, and so they would be like,
or if maybe you want to affirm, but like kind of like do a heart check.
Yes. So they would have like an altar call where they would call everybody every other sermon, it wasn't every week, but every other sermon. And they would be like, if you want to come up and give your life to the Lord, or reconciliarte, And I was like, well, it had been a couple years at this point, And I was just like, okay, well, let's go up there. At this point, I'm like, maybe like, I was 12. I remember it was the summer when I turned 12, and I went up with my best friend at that time, and we both were like, we're gonna both reconciliarnos. And I remember I was like, all right, like, you're here, I'm here for you, you're here for me.
Moral support here.
Yeah, pretty much. And we went up there, and I remember I was just like, I feel inadequate. Yeah, and that's been like the biggest struggle I had for like a couple of years. Sometimes still todavía de vez en cuando, but not so much, right? But I remember I had this moment, and I was just like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be feeling what these people are feeling. I don't feel like I'm doing it right. Yeah, I've been a model Christian citizen for God knows how long.
12 years.
At that point, 12 years. But I was just like, am I even doing my Christian life right?
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, I was just like, I'm not, like, this is not what it's supposed to look like. Like, all of these people are moving up this way and I'm moving this way. Like, I don't understand. And I was just like, I don't think, for that moment, while I was praying up there, I was just like, I don't think this is for me. Like, I'm like straight up like, Lord, you need to convict my heart, because I'm not saying I don't believe in you. I just feel like I'm not one of y'all. And it was a big moment where I was just like, am I really believing, or is this something that I grew up believing?
Like, did I choose this for myself, or was it chosen?
Yeah.
Like, ¿cómo se dice? Predetermined, whatever.
Yeah. So in that moment when I'm praying, I had my friend grab my hand, and out of nowhere I feel like a heat just in my chest.
Yeah.
And at that moment I didn't know it was somebody praying over me. I just felt like a heat. And this hand was free, but I guess my friend needed her support, right? And she was like, and I was like, yes, girl, yes, tight, I'm here. And so little by little, like, obviously, like when your hand is open, you're like, oh, it doesn't feel hot because you're getting some air in. But if you close it, it's hot. You get sweaty. And so my hand was burning. And, you know, they say open up your hand. Yeah. And they went like, they did this thing back in the day where they like hit your hand and they're like El Espíritu Santo. And in that moment, I was like, my hand is burning. My hand is burning. Oh my God, what is this feeling? And I had like it was like a overwhelming sense of relief that washed over me. And I was just like, this is where I belong. And in that moment, I accepted again. And I was just like, okay. All right. I was like, I may not have the experience that other people do.
Yeah.
I may not have that encounter with God that other people do that come out from the outside world in. But I know that this is where I belong.
Oh.
And that's when I got my confirmation. I was like, yes, girl, I'm yours. I'm yours. I am your daughter.
Like, you saw that? You saw that? You witnessed that?
Which is crazy because everybody, and I talk to this with people and friends that they're like, oh, when you believe, you're gonna have this amazing feeling. I accepted years before that, and I didn't have that feeling. And it wasn't until I had to come and kind of like, honestly, like kind of hard check myself and be like, all right, no, you need to reconsiderarte, because when you accept it, you may have accepted and be like, yes, yo declaro que yo creo. And this is what I believe in. But if you're not doing that, not only because you feel like you have to, but if you're not doing that with the intent of I am a believer, and you do that wholeheartedly, it's like, does it even count?
Yeah, pero también I don't want to say like nada más tú realmente estás como sealed and confirmed de que eres hijo o hija de Dios, simplemente porque haces ese momento, haces ese paso, and then you have to feel something.
You don't
supernatural,
have to feel something,
porque
but
tampoco
you also have to hard check yourself, and like, that was something that I did for myself. Where I was just like, I do believe, but I also feel like I don't feel like I fit in. I don't feel adequate enough to be here. Like I don't qualify. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's something that I had to hard check, and I knew that I had to reconciliarme because those thoughts were not godly thoughts. If you know what I mean.
Of course. I mean, and tú estabas dudando de muchas cosas en ese momento. That's what like you're gonna go either this way or this way. So completely understand. But if you're out there, we're gonna do a little pause. If you're out there and ya sea que tú, you know, creciste en la iglesia, porque yo sé que como tú dices, así como tú, Emily, de que like creciste en la iglesia y era como que like it was already chosen for you, así van a haber muchas personas que también, you know, están en ese mismo boat y quizás se sienten igual que tú, como que like, well, do I really believe this, or did just somebody believe this for me, y a la fuerza tengo que estar aquí. Realmente tú tienes que buscar, do a heart check, y tienes que buscar que si realmente esto es para ti. Let's start there. It's for you. God, you know, Jesus died on the cross for you. God loves you. He sent Jesus to die for you. It is for you. Pero tú tienes que tener esa convicción en tu heart. Y tú tienes que hacer ese paso for yourself, no porque mi mamá me dijo, no porque mi abuela me dijo, mi papá me dijo, mi girlfriend me dijo, mi boyfriend me dijo, because we know that there's some out there que no van a la iglesia solo por conseguir novia o novio. Pero simplemente porque tú realmente estás creyendo que necesitas a Dios en tu vida y que este momento o este paso is going to change your life forever, y lo tienes que hacer para ti.
Exactly.
Pero yes, if you grew up in church, seek that, do a heart check. Si es en este momento hacelo. To see like that you really need God for yourself. Y si estás en el lugar correcto. Like in your case, tú pudiste sentir como ese confirmation, like, hey, you're mine.
Exactly.
You don't need, like, it's so beautiful. Like, I know that que people like me who come broken, you know, trashed, all the things. It's like a whole different experience, and we call it life-changing, and because it's truly life-changing. Pero a la misma vez es tan bonito not having to go through all that.
Yeah.
Because you're not as messed up. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because, you know, throughout my whole life living in this earth, whenever I have had moments of doubt in anything, any aspect in my life, any circumstance that I'm going through, I've always had that in the back of my mind, or even I've had moments where I feel like I'm like, oh, like I could like not even be thinking about it, and I'll be like, I'll have this moment and I can hear like that little voice inside my head, and then it's telling me, you're mine. And I'm like, damn it, I can't even run away. Like, because every single time I iba a estar that conviction. Yeah? That conviction.
Dice,
like,
mira,
like,
aquí te quiero.
Look, you can run as far away and as fast as you want. But at the end of the day, you ain't going nowhere because you're mine. And it's crazy because, you know, especially when you're in that teenager stage, you're like, you go through this phase where you want to be wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like a big thing for me because I was barely going into what I was about to figure out were my worst years in my life.
Girl, what?
And I didn't know it, but it was a good thing to like experience that right before I went in.
All right, y para hacer pausa aquí, we're gonna have throwback songs because we have several.
Yes.
Since this is the good old times that we're remembering, vamos a tener several songs of like our favorites.
Yes.
Entonces lo vamos a hacer throughout this episode. So this is going to be our first one. ¿Tú estás lista, Emily? ¿Tienes la tuya?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's pull up the volume first of all. Okay. This one is called En los montes, en los valles.
Me acuerdo que era la canción de la ofrenda. Dale.
Let's move it up a little. Okay, I'm not gonna play too long, but yeah. That song went hard.
It did. Yep. Okay, la mía es Fuego de Dios by Hillsong United, and this is the song that played during this whole encounter with Jesus. So it means so much to me.
Okay.
Do you remember this song? They used to play it.
Oh yes.
That's right. A little bit sometimes though.
Oh, that's an oldie for sure.
Oldie. That song. They were playing that song, Fuego de Dios. So yeah, that's my favorite. For right now. Well,
right now.
No.
Into the next song.
Into the next song. I mean, they're all my favorite. They're obviously on this list. Pero esa fue la canción that they were playing during the encounter.
It's a special song. It has meaning to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My next favorite moment is, honestly, back in the day.
Okay.
Things were different. The world was different. Y me acuerdo que algo que sí me gustaba, there's not like a moment, pero it's like situations que vivíamos como jóvenes cuando yo era joven. Ahorita soy un poquito. But cuando era like joven, I remember like cuando el servicio se terminaba, and this is regular service, not just culto de jóvenes, el servicio se terminaba y luego jugaban soccer on the parking lot de la old church, ¿te acordás? So much fun.
And somebody would always end up bleeding.
Yeah.
All the time.
But who cares? They're still alive. Pero yeah, like it was so much fun. Me acuerdo, obviamente I didn't play soccer. I was just there to support my man.
You were a spectator. Yeah.
But it was just so much fun. Like, y nos quedamos ahí. Imagínate, servicio alone was like 4 hours service.
It would end like at 11:30. And that was if we were lucky.
No. I think it was from like 7 to 9. Yes.
Girl, no.
Yes, it was.
It ended later.
No, Emily.
Like, if we ended on time,
Sorry.
It would end like around like 10:30. That was on time.
No.
Yes.
No, Emily.
Yes.
No.
Late was like, we would leave like a las 11.
Porque nosotros jugábamos bueno, los hipotes jugaban un montón y nos íbamos like midnight.
No.
Yes.
I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure like terminamos. Well, maybe
if you went to our church, we're not going to name it here. If you went to this church back cuando estábamos allá by the park, if you know, you know. ¿A qué hora salíamos de la iglesia? On Saturdays. It was from like, service started at 7, Emily.
Okay, look, I don't remember what time. It's a little confusing because I'm like, first of all, half of us would stay to like help sell and cook, and the other half stay to like
so much
clean,
fun too.
pick up like all these things, and like I was in it, so
we would not be serving, not be helping.
I don't, no me acuerdo.
Yeah, I think it was like terminaba más tardar a las 10. A más tardar. And then from like 10 to 12 is when they would play soccer.
Oh.
Because we would leave there. I remember I had a mom who was waiting for me at my house.
A estas horas te quedas aquí.
Because she would leave service and be like, ajá, te vas a quedar o te vas a ir. I'm like, me voy a quedar. And then I would like stay there and then we play soccer. It was so much fun. Love those moments. Obviously, ya casi no se puede.
No,
because,
ya no.
I mean, maybe, depending on what church you go to.
Yeah, some churches have like camps and stuff. And they have little like
more
a little
security.
field, yeah.
Or something like that. But
yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days.
¿Y tú? ¿Qué otro momento te acuerdas?
We had a tradition. We still kind of have it, but not so much. But back in the day, every year, for the longest, for as long as I can remember, ever since I was a little girl, I love Christmas, and I'm obsessed with Christmas. Like this is can't look at her face. She already knows. Like you can't deal with Emily with Christmas because I'm intolerable. I know it. I don't freaking care.
So freaking
like,
annoying. I hate Christmas music. I don't hate it. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'll tolerate it. I know it.
She'll tolerate
a la fuerza. But it's not like I'm gonna jam to it.
Right after Thanksgiving. Music. Christmas music. Right after Thanksgiving.
Ni dejan que freaking Thanksgiving pase. Octubre, next month. Cuando ve la gente. Christmas freaks salen.
Okay, that's me.
Present. Christmas week.
Okay, so yeah. So I really early on we did. Okay, hold on. Just a real quick recap. My mom was the director for the children's ministry.
Yeah.
I am her child. So wherever she went, I went. Yeah. If she needed to do a special project, guess who was on the computer typing away? Me. Who did the playwrights? Me. Who did the classes? Me. Who did the all of it? I did it. Okay? I was there. So my mom, like when I tell you this woman went hard, she still goes hard. But back in the day, yeah, she had like a whole like screenplay, like written out word by word. What is this kid gonna say? Here's your part. This is what you're gonna say. Like we had a whole play written out. So I was the one that typed it out, and I remember she's like, you don't really have a choice. This is what you're going to do. And I was like, all right, great. Thanks so much. So I remember we would have like these little plays every Christmas, the same play, just a little different. Yeah. But we're all talking about the birth of Jesus. So this is what Christmas is about. Yeah. So 1 month, one year, I'm a little sheep. The next, I'm like a mago. And the next, I may be Mary. Who knows? I think I was married like really early on and never again after that. I was just like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I didn't even want to be here, first of all. And then my mom was super strict. She's like, you miss one walkthrough or whatever, you out. One practice, you out. You ain't coming out no more. But my mom, I don't care. She can come talk to me. You ain't coming out no more. And I'm like, dang. It's not you can be a burro. The world. And she's like, it's okay. You can be a little rock. You can be a tree. Just gotta hold it out like this.
I mean,
but let me tell you,
it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
We don't
and
play
she
with
took
Christmas
it
plays.
seriously. And she had like a whole CD, like a music track going where like the narrator would say everything. And then she added the sheep's like little bars and like the stars coming out. It was like, ah. I remember during those times, I would be running from the pulpito during practice all the way to the music room, from the music room to the car to get whatever she needed, back to the pulpito for my scene, and then I had to tell my cousin, because he's a musician. He'd be like, I need you to play this note for me at this time when the star comes out, and then I had to go plug in the star so they could walk it down.
It was a whole thing.
So you can imagine, I was like a second stage hand or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but those times, assistant director, whatever. Those were the times that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, even though it sounds like hard work.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
I loved it. Like you just love those moments. Yes. Porque era como que realmente estaba sirviendo. You were busy. You were doing stuff.
Be like, oh, I'm part of it. Yes. Do I want to be here? No, but I'm part of it.
Yeah. Y quizás renegabas algunos días, pero then it's like when it was done, you were like, oh,
we did it.
Let's do it again.
So I love those moments, not only because it was Christmas, because my parents taught us early on it's not all about presents. So I was just like, I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be here. Do I want to be here? No, but I'm part of it. So like, I loved it, even though I had to literally get out of school and then come straight here to practice and then go home and sleep and do it all over again the next day. Because we had practice days. We had practice days, but best believe I was there every day doing something.
Of course. Porque people just come to practice, they just show up and practice, and that's fine. But all the rest of the things, it's like on the days that you don't have practice.
Yeah, so ever since then, the holiday season during Christmas, November and December have always been busy for me. I don't do it anymore, and I'm still super busy.
Yeah. I mean, there's always something that you gotta be a part of or whatever.
Yeah, so I love those times.
Yeah.
I still love those times.
Hablando de eso, de plays, yo, one of my favorites, I know that we talked about this, and maybe we'll have a different podcast. Let us know if you want us to have a different podcast, because fortunately, I don't know. We
got stories for days.
Some of my plays that I've been a part of.
Look, if y'all know Melissa, okay, I'm gonna call you by your nickname. If y'all know Melissa, I want you to type down in the comments the one play that she's known for, and all of y'all better have the same answer, because I know every single time we talk about plays, everybody's like, this is it, and I'm not even gonna say it. I want y'all to type it in. And I'm gonna leave my own little comment and see if y'all back me up. If y'all don't back me up, y'all fake.
y'all didn't watch it. No.
If y'all know what play I'm talking about, which is what like immortalized her. Yes. Please put it down in the comments.
Well, I'm not gonna say the play because we want to know if you know.
We'll put it in the comments, and for those of y'all that are like, well, we feel left out because we don't know what we're talking about,
we'll link it.
We'll either link it, or when we need the comments, you can literally type in the play, and then type in whatever else comes next. You'll see.
And then or let us know if you want us to do a react video too.
Or we can do that too.
We'll see. Pero ese play, that was one of my favorite moments también, because I was a part of it.
And you went hardcore.
I went hardcore.
We have most of the plays that we did, let's be real, were very like childlike, because most of them were with kids. So this was one of the, not the first play, but it was one of the first plays that were part of like jóvenes, but like with grown-ups, like older people than just kids. And I guess the church had never seen something like that at that point. We've had other plays, but they weren't as dramatized. So when they saw you go at it, they were like, oh wow.
And that was for a culto de jóvenes, actually.
That was yeah.
And it was like legit, we would practice. My knees were bruised, my hands were bruised, my whole legs were bruised.
When I tell you she went at it,
my neck would hurt, my back would hurt, like everything. Like literally, I gave my all to this play. But honestly, now that I look back, I'm like, man, those were fun times.
Yeah.
Because I do remember like showing up to different days para practicar ese play, being all together, kind of talking about it, helping each other out, and like saber que ibas a dar como un mensaje a través de like art form.
Yes.
It's like super cool. Like we were not preaching, pero in a way we kind of are.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this play
Through
and
the
it's
play.
like llevando un mensaje. And so the people that were part of this play, they were pretty cool too.
Yes.
Not pretty cool. Y'all were really cool. And it was so much fun. I loved it. Pero me gusta más el proceso
Yes.
than the actual day. I mean, the actual day was pretty cool. Pero the enjoyment part is como like the whole process of learning it and
Yeah.
doing it and whatever. Aunque está toda beat
Adolorida.
up. All right, next song.
Oh, okay.
¿Está lista voy yo?
Ve tú.
Okay, let's see. Next song. I'm gonna do this one and it's in English. Okay. If you know, you know what I'm saying. My joyful noise.
You're just gonna hear the little ding ding ding. That's all you're gonna hear.
it now.
You know what it is?
Okay.
And yes, he did take a chair. Greater than the angels, named superior to theirs. This is Hebrews chapter 1, lift your chair. I'm leaning to the right. The light is where I'm running.
Okay.
That was a throwback.
No me acuerdo el canal cristiano que ponía mi mom en las mañanas, but every time I wake up era to that song.
Really?
Yes. And I don't remember what Christian canal en la tele era.
I don't.
Dale, Memeli.
I think I know what you're talking
Te
about.
di
I just don't
tiempo.
remember the. Yeah, I don't remember the canal either, but I do know the canal because we only had Christian canales. So we had like three. We had like a Christian like joyful canal, which sometimes would play like slow songs, but it was more joyful. Then we had a not a Spanish one, like but it was AM and it was a lot of like coritos.
Oh, okay.
And then we had another one where my mom didn't let us hear it. My dad did, but my mom did it. But it was Christian. But it was a lot of Christian rap, a lot of Christian. Like it was a lot. My dad was like, whatever, it's okay. My mom was like, no.
No me gusta esa
No me
música.
gusta eso. Okay.
Dale. Oh gosh.
Well, he's gonna take a long time for the intro. So.
Yeah. You already know. Una canción así. 10-minute intro. You know that they make you do that? And like, the worship singers, main worship singers, y'all be like,
Dude, every
Hermanos,
single time you
levanta
heard this
las
song,
manos.
yup.
and they were like, "Lo siento,
Oh wait, no, hold on. Not only did they tell you, they were like, everybody stop, and then the baterista would be like, done, and then they would wait for them to speak and be like, we're gonna do the song again.
Yes,
and this
yes,
time when we
yes.
do it,
You didn't do it as hard.
put your hands up.
Yeah.
Everybody stomp your feet.
Yeah.
Everybody turn around.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
whole church was like, look, if y'all don't do it, we're gonna be here all night.
That's all I'm gonna sing it. I guess we're trying to go home by 10 o'clock.
And then best believe everybody was kicking up their feet.
Yeah.
Everybody was twisting and turning.
Yeah.
Everybody was raising their hands. I love that song.
Love it.
Loved it.
Love
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Okay, ¿qué más te acordás? ¿Tenés otros memories?
Let's see.
If you don't, I have a test for us.
Ooh.
You ready?
Okay. Yeah, let's do the test so I
Okay.
can think a little more.
So, some of my good memories that que tenemos, bueno, que tengo yo, is when we were in a dance team.
Ooh. Oh no.
Okay, habían two faces of the dance. Bueno, habían three faces. Habían one face. Two of the faces was when it was the leader, and the last face was when you were the leader. The first two faces, it was when I was the leader, and solo teníamos jóvenes.
Yeah.
And then the second phase is cuando entraron las niñas.
We had little girls.
So, jóvenes part.
Yes.
The first one. ¿Te acordás cuando escribíamos los pasos en un libro?
Oh,
And we all had to take un cuaderno.
Yes.
And every paso tenía un nombre. Do you remember cómo se llamaba y cómo era el paso?
A lot of them.
A ver.
I don't want to do it.
Yes. Because I remember some Y no me acuerdo el nombre. Lo vamos a hacer.
Really?
Yes, we're gonna demonstrate it right now. Okay?
Okay, you want to start off easy? Because you're the one that doesn't remember.
Pero no pasos así como, like, the square circle. Ese no.
No. No,
Pasos,
like
pasos.
pasos, but these are easy pasos. Like, we can start easy and then medium and then hard.
Dale, pues.
No,
Porque no me
no,
acuerdo.
you're the one that doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
I'm going to tell you and I want to see if you remember. If you remember it, do it. If not, then I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, Candelero.
Girl.
What? Candelero Trinidad.
This?
And then? There you go. That's Trinidad. And Candelero is the same thing, except that instead of doing 3, you do 1, 2, 3, and you go tan 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 tan.
I didn't remember.
That's Candelero.
Okay,
And that's,
okay.
girl, that was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy. That was
okay,
easy. That was
a ver,
easy.
enséñame hechos.
No, I don't remember. Show me the beginning part and then I'll remember. Show me the beginning part and I'll remember.
Hechos. Sí.
Okay.
See, there you go.
Tan, 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 tan,
Tan, tan, tan. There you go. Hechos.
Sorry.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Hold up.
No.
When I tell you I have the whole list of steps, I have the whole list of steps.
No puedes mirar, no puedes mirar.
No, so
No
I
puedes
can
mirar.
tell you.
No.
I don't have the actual video how to do it. I have the
okay.
actual name.
Okay.
She was about to lose it.
Until I jump over the table real quick.
No, look, I just have names.
Oh my god.
Girl.
From when? Back when?
When I tell you I have
That was a
everything.
video of you.
Okay, but it's one out of like.
Oh, we're gonna react to that.
No, right now.
Pero después.
And that wasn't you. That was like me.
No, that's you. That's what I'm saying.
No. As in like when I was the leader.
Oh.
Yeah, that was when I was the leader. I have 2. Okay, now we're gonna go hard. Okay, it's not hard.
Okay.
Okay, but it will make you think twice.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Sacrificio 2, not 1, 2.
Oh my god.
Because we had a couple steps that we tweaked. So this one, it was an original, and then we tweaked it to make it into number 2.
Okay.
So which one is it?
No sé. Empieza, and then I'm telling you. If you start, I know.
And that's the beginning. So obviously, what you see us doing with our hands, we're holding a pandero on one hand, like we have a natural tambourine on one side.
So 1, 2, 3.
No.
2, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2. Y de aquí no me acuerdo. Was it this again?
No. There's no moving of your hands, just this.
And then the back one? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Uh-huh.
Y ya?
No. You do it like 4 times.
I don't remember.
So you do it.
That was it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
you go
okay.
1,
So it wasn't that
2,
hard.
3, 4, and then you go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you turn again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you do one more time, and then you come back around.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was simple. That wasn't like super hard.
¿Cómo se llamaba? Bueno, pues yo voy a...
That's
porque
sacrificio 2.
Ajá, voy a hacer unos pasos y vos tenés que decir cómo se llamaba. Porque no me
Okay.
acuerdo los nombres. As you could see. Okay? It was like this. Ta, 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 ta,
Oh,
ta,
that's,
ta, ta.
That's either fe or no, that is fe.
¿That is fe?
That is fe.
Pero ¿cómo era?
Fe. Look, if I'm wrong, if y'all watching
Please,
it,
if you're in the dance team
correct
y
me.
te acordás, ajá, correct us. Correcta.
Do you remember nube? You gotta remember nube.
I don't remember the names. A ver, hazlo.
Nube was when like you had to like jump on one foot. Okay, you gotta jump on one foot. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go dun 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 dun. Turn, spin, and go 1, 2, 3.
I do
That's
not
nube.
remember that.
What?
I don't remember
That was one of the original steps, Winnie. Se me salió el Winnie. Se me salió el Winnie.
That's how you know you were serious too. Like, excuse me? What do you mean? Okay, ¿cómo se llamaba ese? Da, 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 da,
Oh, that's I think that's poderoso. No.
Da, 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 da.
That's okay.
Isn't that
that's either-
hechos?
No, it's not.
Pacto?
We already did
It's
hechos,
pacto.
man. It's either gozo or pacto. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's pacto.
I don't remember.
Correct us again.
Do you remember butterfly? And that's one that I did because I learned it like with one of my other friends, well, older friend. She was a grown up, but she didn't make a dance team, but she made us dance.
No me acuerdo.
And I had to make this step because she told me early on, she was like, this is your step, you want to figure out, you make it and teach it to us. And I was like, oh my god. And that was the first step I actually had to make myself.
A ver.
Butterfly went like 1, 2,
Oh my
3,
god,
4.
yes.
And then you had to go dun dun dun. So you actually had to hit your foot, and then you turn and then you go ding ding ding.
Yes.
That's butterfly.
And that was extremely hard.
It wasn't hard.
Yes, it was.
Not
Absolutely.
really. It wasn't that hard. The hardest
Yes.
thing was like once you did this, you had to like jump and then hit your foot. That was the
It
hardest
was like the...
one. 2 times, and then you had to like ding, hit your foot, and then turn around. So as you're turning, hit it, and then you go 1, 2, 3.
So hard.
Can you see why it's called butterfly? I love it. That was
It
my
was
favorite.
so
step.
hard. It was so hard. What was my favorite? I don't even remember. I don't even think I had a favorite.
You have a favorite?
I don't think so.
Were you there when we did?
I like the ones that we go to the side. Like that we would like take up like a lot of space. I would like that.
That's the one I was gonna
those.
ask you. Do you remember Coronado? No, not Coronado. Crown? No. Something crown. Let me see if it's there. It's probably not there because it wasn't like one of the last ones. Okay, this one, combate. That's combate.
Really?
Yes. Oh my god. It's not pacto. It's not gozo. It's
So,
combate.
¿qué entonces que era pacto?
I don't know. I gotta remember.
Había otro que it was like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's Esperanza.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, and then turn.
Oh.
Yeah. That's combate. I remember because you said you have to keep your back straight.
Uh-huh,
You gotta
it's like,
like bend your knees and you said you gotta think of it as like you're like you gotta have an army stance because then now you're gonna fall. That's remember it was combate.
It's been years, y'all. I know that I was the leader for 2 years, but it's been years since we haven't. Like, how many years at this point?
Well, this was back in like 20. Oh my god,
It's been a while. Like 10 years,
this
maybe.
was like 20.
Yeah, because I was like 22.
2018? No.
I was like 22.
Okay,
10
so
years.
9 years ago.
9, 10 years ago. That's why I don't remember. I'm like, I know by like muscle memory some of these steps, but I do not remember the names.
2017,
¿Qué otros
2018.
nombres teníamos? ¿Qué otros nombres teníamos?
Girl, do you want me to
Test
go
time.
through
Espérate,
everything?
test time. This is another segment into this episode. We're gonna do coritos.
Okay.
Let's see if we can
do
remember.
it.
Yes, con el corito. Yes. Dale tú.
Okay. For those of y'all that don't know, coritos is like little mini songs that they go with
Si no
other
sabes qué es
little
corito,
songs.
búscalo ya.
Look. And most of the time when they sing them in church, they're like really nice and chill, and out of nowhere they go boom, 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 boom. They go so fast,
Super fast. Not gonna lie, we already knew the worship singers a quien le tocaba depending on quién era el que iba a tocar.
We
already knew like qué tipo de songs iba a escoger.
Our previous co-host Samuel, when he was here, his dad, I'm gonna put y'all on blast. His dad was one of them.
Why did
and
you
whenever
do that?
he went up there to sing,
We already knew it was gonna be a day that was gonna be tired.
it was gonna be tiring. It was gonna be a lot of jumping, and it was gonna be
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
There's no time for slowing down. You mess up, pick your pandero up,
Yep.
do it all over again.
Yep.
Because and nobody's stopping for you.
He was like the main one for coritos.
Yes.
Like
yes.
it was no way. Like we knew that if the coritos were not listed on the list of songs that they would send us,
Oh,
he
you
was gonna add at the
know.
end.
Yes. Yes.
We will practice because we already know.
So he had like maybe like 2 main songs that we were like, oh, he's singing. Okay, now we know that this is his official list. But let's have this song ready to go. Just in case he has it.
What was the song? Hold on. You know.
I know the song. Let me see. I know the song. I just remember what it's called. You got it? That was the song I was was looking for my throwback.
Oh, okay.
That was the song. Y'all ain't ready for this one.
Usted sabe que siempre pone esta canción.
Sam, if you're watching this, I'm gonna have to show. You're gonna have to show your dad.
Yeah. Show him. This is his song.
The trauma, the fact that we both put our phones down to start the step. Look, at this point, it's a muscle memory. It's a muscle memory. The worst thing that could happen is that he starts singing, and we're like, and they're like, oh shoot, okay,
Yes.
and that landed on you as a leader. If you were not ready to back up your girls,
You better come.
you better come correct.
You better come correct. Okay, así como la vida sana. That's a classic.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Dale tú que
Oh
tenés
my
ahí.
goodness.
That wasn't part of my list, pero me acordé.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This is not a cadena, but this was one that, like, when they started it, you know they were gonna add extra songs.
Okay.
It's not a cadena, but if you heard this song, you knew that there was gonna be at least 3 extra songs added to this song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dale. Oh yes. What steps would you do? A ver, what steps would you do? Come on. We would start.
You gotta start here, yeah. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm doing it? No, I don't know.
Ready?
I don't remember that part.
Regocijo explosivo. There you go. See? Yep. So if we heard that song, that was one of the songs. Okay, we heard that song. We knew there was 3 additional songs that were not on that list that were gonna be added at the last minute.
Honestly,
those were fun times.
those were fun.
They were very demanding.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Side eye,
Bombastic
very
side
demanding
eye.
times. Demanding not only because Melissa was a strict leader, which we appreciated because we needed that, but also
Y'all
because they
appreciate
were
it now, not
demanding.
then.
No, not at then.
Honestly.
But it was also demanding on our bodies because
Yeah.
if you were not used to those movements, if you were not used to, like, if you never exercised in your life and out of nowhere now you gotta jump like your life depended on the floor was on fire.
Yes.
Like, no.
Y esta es la cosa, right? Like, even before, like, we're talking about dance now. I was very strict when it came to dance steps, pero también era como que I was very strict on, like, knowing what you're doing.
Yes.
And for what you're doing, and of course, we know that we're doing it for God, right? So it wasn't to please people. It wasn't like, we're doing this because, vamos a hacer este paso porque le gustó a la gente, because we got people hyped up. That was never the point. It was always to be like, we knew that our job as panderistas was to really set the atmosphere.
Set the atmosphere.
To really, like, fight off pesadez en el pueblo, like pesadez, like, whatever, like sleepiness, laziness, tiredness, or like just frialdad.
Anything that could turn off the people from the word, like, that's why we had the music before, right? Because you gotta set the atmosphere,
like,
before
clean
you can
up, basically,
the word.
And so that's what we were doing, and so that was like something that I really was like on it with the girls, that I was like, hey, the most important part is not just the preaching. Yes, that's important. I'm not saying they can know.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. It's the people singing and it's us dancing too. It's the people that greet you at the door. It's all of us. So we have to do our part and we have to do it well. Like, there was no, like, I know that I was really strict on it, but it was like there's no like cutting it short. There's no shortcuts. No leeway, there's no like, oh, I'm gonna
half-ass it. Sorry.
Like no. Like you're gonna smile. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have your hair correct.
Okay, y'all wanna see what it was supposed to be like? Look, I'm gonna show you. Sure, let's do it. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is supposed to be it. Okay, I don't know if you can see me.
You're
okay. So our stance was you gotta stand up straight, roll your shoulders back.
Yep.
Bandero had to be like either. It depended if you were left or right, but most of the time we had it like así.
Yes. Could that bandera ever be down?
No, like I'm telling you, it had to be like this. And when we were about to be ready, we had to go ding 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 ding.
Yep. Yeah.
And then not only this, you have to be smiling. You gotta be like,
yes, you have to smile. Because I'm like, if you don't smile and you're like worshiping, like, are you even happy worshiping God?
Are you happy to be here? No.
If you're not, go sit down.
Exactly.
That was like, that's how it was. Yeah. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments. Do you have any more favorite moments? I've gone through all of the ones that I could think of.
So there was a couple moments, and I think you went through this too as well, where when it came to special events and we had like, ferias and things like that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So there was a couple times, I don't know if you had this, right, with your líderes, because obviously there's a age gap here. So her líderes were sometimes her líderes did become my líderes. Yeah. Not all of them, but my líderes were definitely not hers. Some of them were like maybe maybe just the one or two.
Yeah. Because I'm like the other ones, no.
So we had this thing, right? Like, yes, they're very strict in the church. They're like, this is what we believe in and everything. But that mainly came up from higher ups. So whenever we got the chance, especially for like ferias and like encuentros, whenever we used to go to Palacios, best believe, because we were kids and we were like, whatever, sure, we're here to have fun. Yeah. We made them have fun. We made them act like kids. Yeah. So every single chance we could get, my mom, she made this thing where she's like, it doesn't matter what type of activity we're having, best believe we're gonna have a water balloon fight.
Oh yeah.
So all the kids would come together. My mom would have like tubs on tubs on tubs of water balloons, and like the main leader, it could have been her, it could have been the pastor, it could have been the pastora. Like they would come out and greet us or say goodbye, I'm leaving, I'll see y'all later, and they're like, okay, bye. And as soon as they would turn around, they would like pelt them with water bottles. Oh, it was
water
bad.
Bottles? You mean water balloons?
Water balloons, sorry. And then one of the teachers would come with a bucket full of water and throw it on them.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was bad. But it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
There was one year that it happened to my mom. She was not expecting it. She's like, I am on your side. Why would you do that to me? We were like, now we don't care.
You're gonna get it too
on her. She had it worse because they took out the manguera. They took out the hose and they started spraying her down.
Wow.
Like they literally had to chase her around. It was bad, but I remember those moments as in like these were the moments where like not only do you get to let loose, you get to live a little. Yeah. Because unfortunately, like a lot of the older generation, they didn't maybe have the best childhood. Yeah. They didn't get to have, to have a childhood period and experience those things. So I know that like a lot of times that I have talked to the older generation that have, through the years become my friends, they're like, we love those moments. Yeah. Because, the parents would get mad. Why would you do that? She's your elder. Don't do that. But to us, it was a joyous moment because we didn't never get to experience that. And now, back then, I didn't know it. But now I'm like, you're right. Like, I'm so glad that you were able to have that opportunity and have fun and let loose. As a grown-up, you don't get a lot of chances to let loose. Yeah. So knowing that, looking back at it, it's definitely a fond memory that you may not see it as like a big thing, but man, to them, it meant everything. Yeah. And knowing that they were making a difference and impacting children and like not only being there, but also with the word and everything, I was like, man, that made all the difference. Yeah. That's so cute.
One of my last favorite memories, it's someone actually who I like to shout out in this moment. We are not friends.
I think I know who you're gonna say.
We're not friends, but we're not enemies. Like she's
like an acquaintance now.
No. It's actually a man. He was
Okay.
on... So, teníamos pastores de jóvenes, and then abajo era como líderes,
Uh-huh.
and they were like in charge of different groups. And so this leader, his name is Rodolfo.
Oh.
If for whatever reason, Rodolfo, you're watching this, te aprecio bastante, nos enseñaste bastante. I think de que like soy un fruto de la semilla que tú plantaste. And like honestly, but this person really, really taught me and Oscar what it was to be a servant leader and to be like a Christian in general. He le dio like vivienda a Oscar for a while. Like Oscar would like stay in his house because Oscar comes from like a rough teenage childhood moment. Pero he wasn't just like our leader. Like he was like legit like there for us and really impacted our lives. And I always think back when I think about like what kind of leader I want to be. I want to be like how he was, because I remember that we were new in the faith and he really took us in and really taught us what it was to walk with Christ. Nos enseñó de que había buenos y malos momentos. Nos enseñó de cómo like siempre dar sin ninguna expectativa de recibir. Y again, how to be a servant leader. No nada más es de dar comandos o decir, like, vamos a hacer esto, sino siempre ser parte de. And honestly, it's like really, really amazing. So, thank you so much.
Aww.
That was like one of like, when I think back, I think about him and I'm like, yo, he did that.
Yeah.
He did that. So, we're gonna end with another one of our songs. So, escoge your last song, Emily. Are you ready?
Dude.
Yes or no?
Hold on.
Because I'm ready to go. No, like, not go like leave, but like go like
You ready with your song?
Yeah.
Okay.
¿Tú estás lista o yo?
Yes.
Dale. ¿Cómo se llama?
Al rey.
Oh. Yes. Dale, go. Go ahead.
Look, you already know all of these songs have some long intros.
Let's skip the intro. All right, let's... Okay, in mine, it's Rojo. If you listen to...
I love Rojo. Though they were my rock
Yes,
Christian.
you already knew. All right. And that was it for today's podcast. If you want to see us react to different plays and dances that we did, let us know in the comments below. And that is it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.